Hey guys, so I asked you yesterday about what your favorite color was, and so today we are going to graph the data that I got from that question. So we're going to make a bar graph today. I'm trying to hold all these markers here. Okay, we first want to start with our title, and I want to point out, just like our pictograph yesterday, here's our pictograph, was vertical. We are going to switch it up with our bar graph and make this one horizontal. The bar graph that we have done before, if you'll look down the line here, this bar graph was vertical, going up and down. This bar graph that we're going to do today is going to be horizontal. And I'm just doing this so that you can see that bar graphs can be made either way and it still can show you the exact same data. Alright, so the title of this bar graph should be Our Favorite Colors. Alright, and then I'm going to go on down here and write the names of the colors that the choices were. So we had red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Alright, and then I need to go and put my numbers so I'll know how many of each one there are. So right here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so let's get to graphing. The results were 4 students liked red the most. That was their favorite color. So I'm going to graph 4 for red. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And like I said, you will want to do a better job coloring this in when you make your own graph. It's just kind of hard for me to color it perfectly with marker, and I don't want to color too dark and it get on my wall. Alright, so 4 had red as their favorite color. There were 3 that liked orange the most. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. And remember, you can double check to make sure that you're coloring correctly, or when you read the graph, by going to the very end where it stops and taking your finger all the way down that line, and it tells you how much it is, and there's 3. So we're doing good. For yellow, there was 1 student that liked yellow the most. There we go. For green, we had 2 students who had green as their favorite color. Alright. For blue, there were 4. Alright, and then finally purple. There were 5 friends that liked purple the most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I can double check that it is at 5. I always like to just outline the box first before I color it in. That way I can make sure I go to the right place when I'm coloring and I stop where I'm supposed to. Alright, so there is our favorite color graph. And I colored it with the colors that were surveyed just to make it more interesting. You could do that too. Or if it was all just, sometimes we have to color stuff in with our pencil. If I had colored it in that way too, it still shows the exact same data. So today I'm not going to ask you questions about the graph because your assignment is to think of one question that you can ask about the graph. So when you submit your question, you could say, maybe, I'll give you an example. How many students chose yellow as their favorite color? That could be your question. Or see if you could think of a more challenging one for us. And then tomorrow's lesson, or for tomorrow's lesson, I'm going to choose some of the questions that were submitted and we are going to work on answering them together. All right, so think of some good questions for this graph and submit one question as your assignment.